Okay, and welcome everybody. This is a new brand spanking lore video. As you can see, I fixed my camera and the audio should be far, far improved because no more static from a broken cord. Today, we're going over a new faction in the upcoming supplement called the Dementors. Now, the Dementors are not a Harry Potter thing, thank God, but they are an old classic Magic faction that goes back to when I first started playing Magic called the CABAL, and they are represented in cards like these. We have the CABAL Torturer. CABAL prevails, by the way. I just had to throw that in there because of the meme. Uh, you have CABAL Torturer, you have the CABAL Inquisitor, the Interrogator, and last but certainly not least, you have my favorite Dementor uh, style, and that is Chainer. Chainer the Dementia Master. Now, the Dementors are a harkening back to Magic the Gathering in terms of the first setting, the Dominaria setting. In the Dominaria setting, you had this class of mage called the Dementias, the people who used dementia as their form of magic, and that's what these Cabal minions and wizards represent. This is their type of magic. Now, as you can see, uh, tap, give target -1, -1. Basically, attacking the mental state of your opponent, their creatures, their hands, their deck. That's that was their specialty. That's what they did. And Chainer, if you go to the far right over here, he uses the shade to bring back creatures in a graveyard back into play as nightmares. And so, in the Shades of Dominion, these Dementors are a faction who have made their goal, and all of the corruption factions in the new supplement are against the corruption hegemon, which is uh, Soiros in the realm of Orwalakia. Soiros rules the realm of corruption completely. Anything corruption based, Soiros rules over without question. And this is one of the factions. This is one of the three factions that are themselves corruption based, but are fighting adamantly and rather impotently against Soiros because lore. So this is the lore behind dementia. If you've ever read the Torment novels, which features this this guy over here, uh, Chainer. Let me let y'all have a better look at him. Chainer is the main protagonist of uh, the Torment series, and he is the premier example of a dementia summoner and the prototype of what a Dementor is. And how the Dementors work is they're a combination of ambition and darkness. And how they work is they are able to tap into their inner corruption to bring forth horrors, terrors, nightmares from the minds of their victims into reality as minions, or to use these hauntings as spells that haunt their victims purely psychically. Uh, that's how they work. That is their strategy, and so their unique combination is ambition and darkness. Those are the attributes that they run as a corruption based faction, a purely corruption based faction. And this gives me an opportunity to introduce a very popular Magic the Gathering card and bring it to life in this setting that goes in theme with the Dementia Summoner. If I can get rid of that for a moment, we have a classic called Dark Ritual. It's a little small, but it's very, very very simple. You pay one shade, and you get three. Obviously, this was not included in the core set for power level reasons, um, but it is there. It is an old school Magic the Gathering staple. And the question is, well, Shade Master, how do you bring such a broken card into the roleplay game without breaking the game? And the answer is lore. The answer is flavor. The answer is something is making it make sense. And so we're going to go over what Dark Ritual looks like in the Shades of Dominion as a Dementor faction spell. And this is what we come up with. The name is Dark Ritual. It costs one corruption shade. It's still an instant. It's still unchanneled, but the spell effect is a little different. You still add 3 corruption shade to your shade pool, but you also gain a stress counter. Now, in Shades of Dominion, stress counters are the equivalent of having to discard a card and the -1/-1 counter. It's a debuff. And the way that stress counter spells work is in addition to giving you more stress counters, they also work by saying, okay, as long as you have a stress counter on you, when your stress counters equal your toughness, or if when this spell is cast, your uh, your spell counters equal your toughness, this additional effect takes place. And so for the Dementia Summoner, for the Dementors in this setting, when you gain stress counters equal to your toughness, you are immediately exhausted and lose a wound, because that is the price that they're paying, and you see that illustrated in the Torment novel. When you Dementia Summon, when you go into your darkest corners of your mind to pull these horrors from your mind rather than your opponents, you are looking into the abyss, and far more importantly, it's looking into you. So, as you're able to draw from yourself this corrupt darkness from within yourself, there's a point in which it will take over and corrupt you, exhaust you, and hurt you. But you already know that because you're a Dementor, and that's kind of what you do. And so I thought it would be, because I know we have a lot of new viewers with the recent episode I did with Yiz on Discordant Dragons. And so for those new viewers, I thought I'd do this as kind of uh, a taster to let you know what you're in for. Also, I just need to get back in the game. There's so much I want to do, so much more that needs to be created, and so this is what we're doing here. Dark Ritual is now lore, boys. It's now part of the system. It is now in the Shades of Dominion, and as always, get ready, go out there and throw some shade. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and share this to all your friends. I'm excited about this system, and I love creating lore for the fans. This is for people who Magic the Gathering has left behind. Wizards of the Coast have left us behind, and we're going to take it back on the roleplay table. And adding Dementors to the repertoire of the Shades of Dominion is the next step. And thank you, everyone. And again, go throw some shade. God bless, gentlemen. Bye bye.